Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about all things related to stationery, planners, productivity, organization, and in general trying to live your best life. And if that interests you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon to be notified every single time I post a new video. Today we are going to be talking about goal setting. How are we actually supposed to set goals for the new year? And when you start thinking about setting your goals, what are the main things that you need to consider? It can be a really overwhelming process, and I know like the first step most people think is like, okay, of course we have to get a planner for the new year. But no, what are you trying to plan in your planner, right? I have a bunch of videos talking about like how to actually get started with planning, and I will link that right here. But when we are talking about setting goals for the brand new year, and there is the whole thing about how you should be setting systems and not goals, etc, etc, but just like for convenience sake, I'm going to use the word goals, because that's how most people start off the new year, with resolutions, with goals. You don't start off the new year thinking that, okay, this is my 6-step process to accomplish XYZ things by month 4. That's not how the brain usually works. That is how we should be looking at goal setting. But in case like that's not like the inherent thing already, I'm just going to be going with what most people think about as goals, right? So let's think about what are the different kinds of goals that you need to have. Now, if you already have a planner, they kind of have these different categories, and that's a good way to begin thinking about it. But how I will do it is, and I'm going to show it to you. So this is my ink bucket planner from 2022, and here I'm going to start planning like my whole 2023 year, right? I'm going to turn it this way so I get more space. Now I'll just write my name in the middle and think about all the different aspects that I need to plan for. So I will start with like family, then I'm going to go with health, then let's do work, then I'm going to do personal development, because so I like learning new things. It's an important thing for me. Then I'm going to put like social media, mostly this is about YouTube. Then let's think about like financial goals, and I'll just write others because in case there's something else that I think of late. Okay, so these are the main areas where I need to plan, right? But now when I'm thinking about my goals, I also want to think about it like I want to think about it as like a very detailed process. So this is like the different categories of your life, and now I will show you how I kind of look at like the whole flow chart, right? So for each category that you have, you also need to develop this whole system of, and this is my like planning my goals for the new year with a mind map. And I do this from time to time. I do this like kind of on a quarterly basis. Every time I feel like I need a refresh, or something has changed in my career path, or something, just anything has kind of new development has come in the way, or like I feel a little differently about my work, about my health, anything like that, or if I've gotten some new information. So anytime I need to like overhaul the process and just set some like newer structure, I do this process. So this is how it goes. This is what I call my goal setting mind map process, and I just wanted to share that with you all today. So here is my category, and I will go by like each of the quarters of the year, right? So we have like a Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4 goals. Now for each quarter, since there will be 3 months, we can have 3 different goals. So goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, and this is repeated across the quarter, so I'm not going to kind of do it for each. And I'll also just like pick one goal and show you how I branch it out. So for the one goal, like I pick any one goal for this. Now this is for month 1. Now that's the beauty of this whole system, is that you can do it at any point, right? So at any point you are kind of making like a 3-month plan and then going from there. So it breaks down your bigger, loftier goals into really small bite-sized pieces, and also helps you focus on exactly what you need to do today. Now this is where what I said about goals and systems kind of comes into play, and if you're a little bit confused about what that is, here's a link to my review of Atomic Habits, and there it's explained in complete detail. So what we are going to do is figure out what our goals need to be and then make the systems, and kind of, because now we are planning for the year, we are in the planning stage. Once you know exactly what system will help you achieve what goal, you can then set up the systems for the year and get you started on the right foot. So this is my thought process. So here we have like goal 1 for month 1, and month 1 ideally would have 4 weeks. So here we will do step 1, 2, 3, 4 for each of the goals, right? And that's how we look at it. Now we don't want to break it down any further. This is your like weekly steps. Now in order to be able to do these things for the week, what are the systems that you need to have in place? That is something that you need to figure out, right? Once all of this is complete for you in each of the categories, you are going to be able to do everything that you ever planned of doing. I will show this to you with one example, which is like the most common example ever, right? Everybody's main goal for any year is to lose weight. Fine, so let's just go from that. So if my goal for the whole year is, say, to lose 15 kgs, I mean, it is a lot, but it's not something that is impossible. People have done this in lesser amount of time. I am going to take a whole year. So if that is my plan for the whole year, then for each of Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4, I will be losing roughly like 3 to 4 kgs. If I'm planning on losing 3 to 4 kgs every quarter, then I'm basically, it's not that much, right? I'm planning on losing like 1 kg to like 2 kgs, 1.5 kgs every month. That's my plan. Now the consistency is the point. Like health wise, I don't need to lose a lot of weight, but this is like an example, like if I needed to, then I need to lose like 1 to 1.5 kg every month. Now that we're going from there, if every month that is the case, then what is it going to be every week? So roughly it's going to be like 500 to 700 grams you have to lose every week. Now that is not much at all, okay? This is a deficit of 500 calories every single day. Now that this math is clear to you, you have to create a deficit of 500 calories every single day. Now you come to what your system needs to be. Like, how will you create a system where you can have a deficit of 500 calories every day? So one is like, you have to do meal prepping. Maybe not eat outside, right? Don't order outside. Then you can think about exercising. Like, do you have to join a gym? Do you need a fitness trainer? Do you want to buy some weights? Like things like that. So this is how I break down my whole process, understand what I need to do in a single week, and then bring about setting up my system. So now that I know these are my systems, now I will think about what kind of fitness routine do I want. Maybe I want to create a whole playlist of like YouTube videos that I want to follow. Maybe I need to buy a new yoga mat. Maybe I need to get some weights so that I can do some strength training and things like that. Similarly, if you're thinking of like finance wise, if you want to save up a big chunk of money, then you break that down into quarters and then decide how you will save every single week. Put up systems to save. Then like one will be shopping less, maybe have like a no spend day or no spend week. Maybe switch to alternate forms of like transportation. If you are traveling by cabs every day, switch to public transport, things like that. So think about all of the categories that your goals have, and think about like one big goal that you want to achieve in this year, and how you can break it down to the weeks, every week unit, and then finally like set up systems. So the first quarter might be a little rocky because that's when all of your systems are getting set up, but once you are like good with that, it's going to be such smooth sailing from then on. You won't even have to worry about like any of it, and it will be like just sticking to the plan thing. You don't have to like think about it, unless of course something new comes up, and then you kind of have to recalibrate, which is okay, as long as like your overall big picture kind of stays the same. And once you like know this whole process and how to do this process, it's going to be so easy for you to readjust as and when you need to. I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used this method before, or if you are going to use it for the new year. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.